Hi, I'm George. I'm a member of the KHL Big Local Partnership. I have been involved in the partnership since Big Local was announced in 2012. During this film we will speak with partnership members and partners of Big Local who have supported us along the way. We will also show you the area, the Big Local area, the two estates and a lot of the stuff, activities, projects that have went on.
So if I waffle Andy, you just cut it.
Thank you for taking part in this film, and the first question is, who are you?
Well, I'm John McGee. I've been a local councillor both on County Council and Corby Borough when it was here for 26 years, and the good thing is I live in my estate and love our area.
Thank you, John. And what is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
Well, at the beginning, the Big Local was about the residents, and it wasn't about councillors getting involved, but I was always there to help and support. At the end of following up meetings or whatever, and I always will be because it's what I do. I love doing it. The highlight for me, and there's some early stuff where we actually helped support people get back into work, which is extremely important in an area that that's got low unemployment, etc. So I thought that was fantastic. And then we've got the murals, it's all over there.
Great civic change, Big Local together.
Love it. And what it does for community is it brings people together. And not only is it fantastic for the community, the people that's worked in Big Local, you've seen them grow in confidence. You can see what they do, work together, work with external partners. The community share is brilliant, and and God bless Brian, who's no longer with us. I'd like a big thanks to him because it was fantastic work getting this up and running by all of you.
Who are you?
I'm Anne Smith, and I've lived in Corby for 55 years in both areas of KHL.
So you lived in Hazelleys first and then you moved up to Kingswood, Okay, thank you. And what is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
Through the neighbourhood associations, I was there from the start. In 2012, I think.
That's right,
Councillor John McGee came to the neighbourhood association, told us about it, and said that he was putting us forward for the committee. There was 4 of us at the time.
That's when the journey started. So, what are your highlights from KHL Big Local?
Oh, there's so many of them. The things that the association has done here, Field Day Festival, the workshop, so many things, too many to
but you've had lots of highlights.
Too many to go through them all.
But these are ones that stand out. Could I ask, who are you?
My name is Lynn Johnston and I manage the Kingswood Neighbourhood Centre that is based in the heart of the KHL Big Local project.
And your involvement with KHL Big Local is?
I'm a partnership member of the KHL.
What are your highlights from your KHL Big Local journey? What are the highlights?
One of the projects is that I decided to start a food bank over the COVID, came to KHL, and you supported me to set the food bank up, which is carrying on, still going on. We decided we would give some people the experience of going to Blackpool to see the lights, and had never been to the seaside before, and came to KHL, and within 24 hours the steering group had made that decision, and we managed to take 53 people to Blackpool for the day.
Okay, so Sam, thank you.
Cut!
Who are you?
I am Sam Johnston and I am project worker for KHL Big Local.
What are your highlights from KHL Big Local? Just a highlight of highlights that you would like to mention?
Definitely the Field Day Festival. That is my highlight. Being able to say that I've planned a festival like that, one as part of a team, and then go on to pretty much by myself plan it. That was an amazing achievement to do. And seeing all the families have a great day, and also being part of the skate park project, being able to bring in an investment of $250,000 to be a part of that and see the development in front of your eyes happen for all the hard work that you've done. They are definitely, and being part of the team really. I feel like we're a bit of a family that grow together.
So the murals, there's a number of murals within Kingswood and Hazelleys, and these were created by a programme called Creative Civic Change, which was some investment that came to Big Local. So there was Made with Many, the Core Theatre, Corby Community Arts, KHL Big Local. We worked with Graphwork, a company based in Leicester. So you'll see that there's a piece which says for Brian, this happened spontaneously because sadly Brian passed away during these murals being created, and they've done this on this one and they've done it on the other one at the Pluto. So it was such a nice touch because Brian was a member of KHL Big Local, really active member, Creative Civic Change, really active member, and the community workshop is running now and it's going really well, and shout out to Brian.
Hi, my name's Brian. I'm a partnership member of Kingswood and Hazeley's Big Local. One day we had this idea, a workshop for all different genders and generations. We took the idea to the meeting, and all the partnership members unanimously agreed that was a fantastic thing, and from there we started putting together a development committee. That's how the idea of the Kingswood and Hazeley's community sheds came about.
So thank you for taking part in this film of KHL Big Local and its journey, the journey that we've been involved with and in and still are. So could I just ask, who are you?
Right, big question. I'm Lola Tchaikovska. I was born in Corby, lived in Hazeley's and brought up my children on the Kingswood estate.
Okay, and what is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
Well, I work with Corby Community Arts, so we've got a relationship with them. It's hard to know where they start and I begin because we feel interconnected. My involvement is I'm part of their community that they help create.
The question that I would ask you next is, what are your highlights of KHL Big Local? And you know, is there a couple of things or one thing that you would say are highlights?
Well, the Field Festival I have seen grow in strength and vitality and energy. So that's a highlight that I welcome every year. But also the chance to work with some of our older residents in Swan Gardens, which has been such a privilege, really.
Thank you for taking the time to be part of this film. And the first question is, who are you?
I'm Kate Dyer. I work for Corby Community Arts, but I've lived on Kingswood since, I think it's 1995, so a long time.
Yes, thank you. And what is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
As a resident, it's been with a lot of the fun stuff. The Field Day festivals come to mind, from the very first one all the way through to the one back in the autumn.
The question would be, what are your highlights? Is it?
Oh, well, more recently, getting involved, the KHL was one of the supporting bodies for the Creative Civic Change project here, which originally enough was called Creative Kingswood and Hazeley's, although it was christened by our resident artist Don't Get Any Ideas, which we enjoyed very much.
It was a real good experience, wasn't it?
Yeah, yes, and so that was started off as a 3-year, turned into a 4-year project because it was slightly hamstrung, as was the whole country, by COVID and lockdown and so on, so that delayed and altered things. But that was a fabulous way of providing all sorts of creative activities for people here, for an opportunity for us to get to know one another better, to make new friends, new colleagues, and to go out and about a bit when we were allowed to.
And the murals?
Yes.
You know, the visual.
All of a sudden, the look of the estates changed in those places. So some very exciting things happening there.
Can I just ask who you are?
So my name's Tom Briggs and I'm the producer at Made with Many.
Thank you. And what is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
KHL Big Local has been just a huge partner for us in terms of all of the neighbourhoods we work in, because we have a much wider geographic area. They bring us closest to the community. They help us to really embed ourselves where there is need and where our project can be of most use.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. And having said all that, what are your highlights? Do you have highlights that things that stick out? Or your highlights?
Yeah, well, I think what Kingswood and Hazel-Lee's Big Local has really been is this anchor of community leadership that just brings in partners and investment. And the best example of that, I think, from our point of view, is Creative Civic Change, which is a project we did with partnership members of Big Local, and that was a 3-year project. We managed to do some really ambitious, incredible creative projects. We became very close as a group. We had lots of artists in the group. We made new artists in the group, and we put up those fantastic murals that now decorate this part of the town, and they're unique in Northamptonshire. We quite often, as Made with Many, get approached by people saying, "Well, we want what Kingswood and Hazel-Lee's have got." And I think 10 years ago, you didn't have a lot of people saying that kind of thing. The highlight for me has been the relationship, the collaboration, but the creativity as well.
Okay, so the good thing is you can chop bits.
Well, yeah, we could just chat for ages.
So I'll have a pause then. So thank you for coming along and taking part in this film. And the first question we'd like to ask you is, who are you?
So I'm Helen Wilmot.
What has your involvement been with Big Local? What has it been?
I was Programme Director at an organisation called Made with Many from 2015 to 2022. And we did many projects in collaboration with KHL Big Local during that time.
Absolutely. And so what are the highlights of your involvement with KHL Big Local?
That's a really difficult one without going on for like 20 minutes about them. I think, for me, the first project we did together was Field Day Festival. The first Field Day Festival, and just that thing where there was a queue of people waiting to get in and to get their free ice cream vouchers.
That's right, yeah.
But then, also being involved with the Creative Civic Change project, and through that getting to know everybody on most of the partnership much more closely.
Yeah, the organisations that were involved, KHL Big Local, the Core, Theatre, Corby Community Arts, Made with Many.
And just the friendships through that.
Thank you for taking part in this film. Thank you. First question is, who are you?
My name is Joe Flavin and I'm the director of the Core at Corby Cube Theatre.
What is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
So with KHL Big Local, we got involved with the Creative Civic Change programme, which is back in 2019, I think that was the start of that.
What are your highlights from the KHL Big Local journey you're involved in?
There's so many. I think the first and foremost thing is the people that we met along the way. Martin Steed was, an absolutely influential character, I think, for both organisations, the Core, Corby Cube, as well as Big Local, KHL, Big Local, CKHL. Filmmaker, all-round artist, but probably wouldn't call himself that. But whenever there was something good going on, Martin was probably going to there with a camera.
And inspiring others to take up filming.
Exactly,
the person who's making this film was part of that film school, if they called it, and is now pursuing that. Beautifully,
So the first thing we did with Martin was the camper van sessions in the community, and of course Martin already knew everybody here already, so people were happy to come up to him and go, "Oh, you're that guy who came to my school," or "You're that guy who did this," whatever.
He's a well-known character, well-known artist, as you say, in the community, doing lots of wonderful work.
Absolutely.
Brilliant.
It's an incredible community like no other, and I've worked in so many communities, but there's something so familial about this place and the people who are in it. The space we're in now, has to be up there on the top of one of the great achievements that the group has done, and down to Brian Dunn and the fantastic work that he's done.
Who are you?
I'm Suzanne Cunningham.
Thank you. And what is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
I'm a partnership member, and I also get involved if I'm needed on different projects.
So the next question is, what are your highlights from the KHL Big Local journey?
The way that they've supported the community, changed the community, made the community more like a family based now. Everyone seems to come together.
So thank you for coming along to do this via Zoom and taking part in the KHL Big Local film. And the first question is, who are you?
So it's my pleasure. So hello, I'm Sandy and I'm the Grants Team Officer at Northamptonshire Community Foundation. So we are the largest grant maker of small volunteer-led groups and charities in the county, and we give out around 2.5 million in grant awards each year to local communities doing good on our doorstep. So we are delighted to have been on a 9-year journey with KHL Big Local by helping them give out grant awards and bursaries to the local Corby neighbourhoods of Kingswood and Hazel Lees, and helping empower local community champions to do good work.
Well, the question that I would ask next is, what are your highlights? You know, the highlights from the KHL Big Local journey.
So the highlights have definitely been helping shape and support the community-led grants panels, and then being able to make so many awards on the community's behalf. So to date, KHL Big Local have given out 48 grants with a total of £136,787.49, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And there's so many wonderful projects that have helped change people's lives and support good health and well-being, which is something I'm quite passionate about.
Hi, I'm Tim Morton, and my role for many years was a Big Local rep, and these days I'm a Big Local area advisor.
So you've answered the first question, or the second question, what is your involvement in KHL Big Local?
So I've been supporting the Big Local partnership here in Kingswood and Hazel Lees since about 2017, about 6 years now.
Thank you. And what are your highlights from the journey?
There's so many in one sense, but I think it's the way that the group has moved from a place where it was very difficult to make a decision to a place where people are confident, comfortable, making big decisions swiftly, but with good discussion and with consensus. The people who are involved in the partnership have got to understand their power. They can make the decisions. That's been very powerful.
Who are you?
Hi, my name's Andrew McMichael.
And what is your involvement in KHL Big Local?
I'm a new member on the partnership. I've been here for about 2 months now.
Can I ask what are the highlights from your KHL Big Local journey?
The workshop's probably one of my favourite pieces to take away from everything, because I've got a big involvement down there, working as a volunteer and also a member of the trustee board.
Who are you and what is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
So my name is Claire Devlin and I'm a partnership member at Kingswood and Hazel Lees Big Local.
Okay, and so what are the highlights of your KHL Big Local journey? Any highlights?
Ooh, do you know the biggest highlight for me, George, is just everybody's doing things, like we're all together.
Yes.
As much as we've done so much in the community, I think all of us together doing it is what's been the highlight. So many different people from so many different areas, you know, all sorts of people. I think that's probably the highlight.
Excellent. Who are you and what is your involvement with KHL Big Local?
Okay, thank you for having me. My name's Maggie Mackay and I'm the manager of Home Start Corby, which is a family support charity located in Pen Green Children's Centre, and we work across the whole borough of Corby and surrounding areas to support children and families in their own homes using volunteers. Cover all areas of Corby, but we are honed in our partnership with Kingswood and Hazel Lees, and we recruit and train volunteers from within these areas to break down barriers to accessing services for children and families. It truly is a community in the old-fashioned and very modern sense of the word.
Thank you for taking part in this film. Thank you. A couple of questions. So, who are you?
I am Fiona. I am the Family Health and Wellbeing Coordinator at Home Start Corby.
And have you got any highlights from the journey of KHL? Any highlights that you would like to mention?
Yes, we've had the privilege of attending the field days that KHL have held. Yeah, we come down and we have a stall and we get to meet everyone in the community and all the children. They get to come do a little something fun, and we get to meet other partnerships that KHL are working with.
Alright, okay.
Come on, let's do it.
Right, okay. That's Andy's start action. Okay, thanks for taking part today, and hello.
Hi.
Who are you and what is your involvement in KHL Big Local?
Okay, so my name is Kate Williams and I am the Chief Exec of Groundwork Northamptonshire. So we're a charity in the area and we are what's known as the LTO, which is the Locally Trusted Organisation for KHL. So we have a pretty crucial role around finance and budgeting and governance and reporting back to local trust.
Brilliant. So what are your highlights of the KHL Big Local journey?
Okay. I mean, it's been a good few years that we've had this role, and I think it's been fantastic that we have been consistently sort of by your side and supporting you. I think the people are a massive highlight. I think what you've delivered is a massive highlight. I think people standing by their voice and their community-led priorities and all of that is fantastic. And as a charity, that's very much where we sit and what we try and drive and work towards. So there's a lot of common ground.
Thank you. And have you enjoyed your journey with KHL Big Local, and would you do it again?
Yes and yes.
Okay. Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
And would you do it again?
I'll definitely do it again.
And would you do it again?
I'll definitely do it again.
Would you do it again?
Yes, definitely.
Would you do it again?
Definitely.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely, in a heartbeat.
I was just going to say, would you do it again?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And would you do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're looking for funding to do it again.
Would you do it again?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would you do it again? So.
Oh, definitely adds to the quality of my life, everyday life.
Would you do it again?
100% yes.
And would you do it again?
Yeah, I've loved my journey with KHL Big Local.
Would you do it again?
I would, yeah.
Yes. And would you do it again?
I think it's a fantastic project and I wish we could do it again because it's been absolutely brilliant.
Now you know what you do, no one else gonna do it for you. Stand for what you believe. Can't complain, can't abstain, it's a choice you have to make. You have one life to live.